Canton. We are live. I'm Eric.
And I'm Tim.
Thank you, Canton. And we are the Village Idiots podcast, Connecticut's #1 fantasy football Masonic podcast, because we are Connecticut's only Masonic fantasy football podcast. How you doing this morning, Tim?
I'm doing great, Eric. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's a little cold this morning, man.
It is very cold. Winter started yesterday, and then it was like, I'm here, bitches.
Right.
Like, so.
Yeah, my car let me know because I have the low tire pressure indicators on all 4 of my tires now.
Yep.
It's 16 degrees outside. So.
Yeah, that was me yesterday, and it was freezing cold out. And, this was after I went outside. I was doing a bunch of stuff in the house, and I go outside and to go up to my in-laws, and I'm like, why is my door open?
Oh,
like,
no.
My door was cracked open. Why is my door open? There's somebody broke into my car. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude?
No way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Either I forgot to lock it or I don't know.
And they always, it's like it's the one night that you forget.
Oh, they were very clean and neat about it. Like everything was like piled on the seat, but I'm like, okay, you got my Home Depot credit card, my Firestone credit card, a $50 gift card to somewhere, and like $18 cash.
Oh, that's
and then they
awful.
took like this little pouch that was in my center console. Everything else was gone. And I'm like, there was a bunch of Christmas presents in the back that I had bought the day before for Aaron. There's like audio equipment in the trunk, but like all you took was I don't know.
They only go through the front, and they move quick.
Yeah, they move quick. I saw them on camera.
Yeah.
Like I saw they came at like right at midnight, like rolled down. They was like, yeah, it was like 3 minutes, like boom, 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 boom. So
they hit up our complex too. Like,
yeah, like I don't know. Like
So
just, we got to start prosecuting crime again. But
That'd be
yeah,
nice.
so I'm out there just like freezing up the little. I'm like so cold. Just trying to get the tires not to be red anymore.
Yeah.
So
I'll do that next time I gas up. I'll just
Yeah. So I bought one of those. It's like a cordless inflator.
Okay.
I think I got it on Amazon for like $60, and it's just like part of my car toolkit. So
It works pretty well.
Yeah, it works great.
Oh, awesome.
I can do all 4 tires like 2 or 3 times if I had to. Just screws in, does its thing,
And you plug in to charge it?
yeah, it's just like a USB-C charge
Oh,
thing.
sweet.
Yeah, it was that, and a couple of years ago I bought one of those jump packs.
Yep, I got one of those,
One of the
yeah.
jump packs, and I got to put together like the same thing for Erin to keep in her car because it's
just
not
smart.
it's not that expensive.
No,
like
no.
I mean, all in, I'm like $200 on this stuff. I mean, minus the other nonsense I keep in my car, but
But in the same time, in the dead of winter, if you're out and about in your car,
yeah, when you need it, you need it.
Exactly.
And a couple of times I've had like our friend, she's broken down a couple of times, and she'll call me, and I'll show up with the jump pack to get her started.
like,
So
boink, all done.
yeah, all done. So nice and easy. But
Well, let
yeah.
me congratulate you on making the semifinals this week, my friend.
You too as well, brother.
Thank you,
You had some solid wins last week. We had you pretty handily beating Nick. There 106 to 121. And then I ended up going up against Larry, and
Oh man,
that was a
125 to 97. I mean, that probably was Larry's worst game of the season.
yeah. Apologies, Larry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
love you,
bud.
Larry. But you know,
Then we had Chris Olsen versus Trevor, and that was a tight game.
oh, that went back and forth.
That
I
went
really
back
thought
and forth.
Trevor
That
was
was-
gonna win that.
That was a good one. And then Justin, what happened, bud? I mean, that's some Indiana Notre Dame level trash in there.
But come on, but to give Justin credit, there's no way his team was going to come back from the 172 points that Right Worshipful Crystal Zog put up. I mean, there's.
Oh yeah, that was brutal. I mean, we should take a look at those numbers because I didn't even look at it. But
Yeah, let's do that.
yeah, let's take a look at those numbers from
Josh Allen, 45.
Well, Josh Allen went on just an absolute tear last week. 45 points. All right.
23 for 34, 362 yards, 2 touchdowns.
11 carries.
68 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I mean, 4 touchdowns, 2 in the air, 2 with his feet. Absolute insanity.
He's Superman.
So that was great. But then down the line, Robinson had a good game.
Judy had a good game.
Charbonnet had a good game. Judy had a great game.
Aubrey had a great
You
game.
know,
16 points for a kicker, man. I mean,
16 points for a kicker. I mean, Green Bay defense
15
coming
points.
through, and
Yeah, they played, Carolina last week?
and that's up against. I mean, look at KC's defense: 4 picks,
Yeah.
5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles,
7 points allowed.
Absolutely insane. But then you look at the other Casey, Travis Kelce again, putting up a weak game.
Yep.
He has not been Mahomes' favorite target this year, and I know that because he's been throwing the ball to Xavier Worthy. And I'm a happy guy about that. But CeeDee Lamb putting up 26.
With Cooper Rush as quarterback, which is crazy.
What killed Justin was Brock Purdy.
Yep.
Brock Purdy your quarterback cannot put up 5 points and expect that you are going to win your matchup.
Well, that was a tough game, though.
It was a very tough game.
All field goals. No touchdowns whatsoever. But you got to find a way, man.
14 for 31. 14 for 31 doesn't cut it.
No.
It doesn't cut it. 142 yards in the air with a pick. You got to be better than that.
But Stafford didn't do much better.
No,
either.
he didn't. There was suck on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely.
Okay, and some outstanding defense. But all in all.
Oh, hold on. No, we have some chats right now.
Oh, we have some chats.
Yeah, Nick is in the chat.
Nick's in the chat?
Responding to your car break, and he said that sucks, Tim. And then don't forget the emergency snow shovel. So
that's a great call.
Thank you,
a
Nick.
great call.
Appreciate
Thank you, brother
it.
Nick. That is a great call.
Wish you could have been here today, man. I mean, you could have been here in person shouting these life lessons out live, man. But that's all right.
Absolutely.
I'll keep an eye on the chat. So
What's
we'll,
my kid doing? If you guys see me turning my head, Logan's here today. So
it's good to see him.
I'm just keeping an eye.
He's getting big.
Making sure he's not terrorizing the lodge here.
Oh no, he's great. I mean, I'm going against Chris this week. Chris Lozog this week.
You are going against Chris this week,
and he can't rely on Charbonnet this week because Ken Walker is back, baby, and he's in my lineup. So he switched it up.
Yeah. I mean, if we look, I mean, just kind of rounding out the, rounding out the league here for last week.
For last week, yeah.
Again, like I was up against, I got lucky. Again, Jalen Hurts put up a huge number for me.
Rashad White too.
Rashad White putting up a big game. Again, Xavier Worthy. He's the target lately, and I'm not sad about that.
Yeah, don't complain too much.
And I had a weak game from Jamar Chase, who's been my rock this year. Right, just getting it done. And Butker put up 3 after all the work he put in to get him in my lineup.
We have a box truck to just pull in.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, okay. So going to Jamar Chase, let's take a little segue. Do you think that Bengals are making the playoffs this week or this year now?
No, I think it's gonna be tight, but they've got who they have this week. I had looked at this and I was like, it doesn't look great for them. The Bears are gonna lose today.
Yeah, the Bears. 100%.
Well, actually, no. Let me rephrase. They're playing the Browns. I think.
Yeah, and DTR is quarterbacking for them. So all their wide receivers are downgraded, including Jerry Jeudy.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, they benched Jameis last week.
Shocker.
And DTR has what? His numbers are abysmal for playing 3 years in the NFL. His completion rating is he's over the past 3 years he's the 72nd quarterback in the NFL. It's something like that. It's insane, how bad he is.
Yeah, that's pretty ugly. Well, I mean, let's look at the matchup over here on NFL.com because that's certainly the most.
Yes.
I don't want to replay with NFL. I don't want to really. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. This is just the most garbage.
Yeah.
Setup here, but
it's awful.
Yeah, Bengals should win today. But I mean, I still think it's a tough road to the playoffs for them.
Let's see what the wild card picture looks like.
But yeah, what does the wild card picture look like? That's here we go. Playoff picture. Let's see what are we looking at here. All right, so right now, we're looking at
Lions,
Chiefs.
Yeah, Lions, Chiefs are number 1.
Bills,
right now.
Eagles, number 2.
Steelers,
The Steelers, dude, don't sleep on the Steelers. Russell Wilson might have found his niche finally.
Oh, but I think they don't account yesterday's game into this since they're versus Baltimore, and they
Oh,
don't
yeah,
have
yeah,
the.
yeah.
So that might not be up to
But
date.
still, I mean, 10-6 in the AFC North, that gets you to the playoffs.
But Texans are
Yeah.
only 1 game behind, or 2 games behind now that they lost yesterday as well.
Ravens, I can see that, and then
Ravens
you
are
get the
now
Vikings.
11-5, so that pushes them above the Steelers.
Yeah. But then you look at, Chargers, Broncos, Bucks on the bubble, Rams on the bubble, Packers on the bubble, or in the hunt, as they say. But I say that's on the bubble
But
because
Bengals are number 10 on the bubble right now.
Yeah.
So they have, they're 6-8.
so they've got a 10% probability, 12% if they win, less than 1% if they lose today. They're not going to lose today,
No,
so they're
no,
going to
not.
be that 12%, over the Dolphins.
The Dolphins aren't winning today against San Francisco's defense. I don't know. But if Brock Purdy puts up a game like he had last week,
Yeah, I mean, defense wins championships, but you got to put up numbers on the other side of the ball,
and
right?
Dolphins' defense is no slouch.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then Colts are 6-8. Yeah, Colts, Dolphins, and Bengals are all 6-8 right now.
No, I mean,
And that game against
Okay.
Tennessee for the Colts. is
the
really
Cowboys
easy.
should miss the playoffs finally.
Oh, absolutely no.
Thank
There's
the Lord.
No way.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's the problem, right? You always get the Cowboys make the playoffs, and then
No, there's
who's their
no way.
quarterback now? Dak, because Dak's done,
Cooper
right?
Rush.
Cooper Rush, yeah.
Cooper Rush.
So, and then eliminated, you got the Jets, obviously. Insane stat.
Okay, let's hear it.
The Jets have not. There was something like, have you won a game in the last 6 months or something? And the Jets were the only team out of every team in the 4 major professional sports leagues in the country that had not won a game.
Wow.
I was like, that's absolute insanity. But yeah, the Jets 4-10, 4-10, and the Bears. You had such a promising. They had so much promise coming into the year.
Of course.
I know my buddy Jason's not listening, but Jason, I'm sorry, man.
Maybe next year. I mean,
Maybe next year. They fired their head coach,
which
which means
didn't have a bad
they'll get
first
one more year with Caleb Williams, but then they'll draft another quarterback because they
Yeah.
think that that's the problem, and the circle will continue.
I think Caleb did good for what he had to work with.
Agreed. The Browns got exactly what they deserved
They
this
sure
year.
did. And they're stuck with Deshaun, so
Yep. The Panthers are garbage.
yeah.
The Jaguars are. It's just one of those teams you never think about, like the
And then
Jacksonville
after-
Jaguars.
After Trevor Lawrence went down, there's just no coming back for them.
The Giants 2-12. I mean, this is RIP to that entire coaching staff, and if
Yeah.
it's not, then you got a problem.
And Daniel Jones. Oh, Daniel Jones is already gone.
He's gone.
That's right.
He's gone. There's no.
But yeah, Tommy DeVito is their quarterback now or something like that. Who
I-
knows?
does Daniel Jones find another job? That's the question.
I think he does. He's going to back up somebody.
Yeah, he's not a starter.
The Jets might pick him up.
I can't.
Pick him up on the cheap, man.
I can't
Then the Patriots. they're-
discount Peyton Manning.
Yeah, right.
The
they're waiting
Patriots.
for Archie. They're waiting for
They're waiting for Archie Manning. I mean, the Patriots, my boys.
They're a
look,
couple years out.
Gerard, you got one more year.
One more.
You got one
That's
more
it.
year. I mean, with Belichick now coaching at North Carolina, is that not the biggest middle finger to Nick Saban?
Yep. Especially because he called Woody Johnson about the Jets job before he took the UNC job.
Stupidest move Woody Johnson's made, and that is saying
Yeah.
something.
After he
After Aaron Rodgers and Devontae.
and Nick what's his name? Their coach that they got rid of after the 5th week.
Oh, Richard Saleh.
Yeah,
yeah.
Saleh, yeah.
You're not gonna hire Bill Belichick.
You got that much pride, hey man.
What did Carolina give him? $70 million. $70
he
million.
needs it. He's gonna buy another boat
The man's 73 years old.
with a 29-year-old girlfriend or something like that.
Bless him.
Absolutely.
And then the Raiders, they haven't been good since the 70s.
No,
so
the Raiders are.
so that's
absolute garbage.
that's the playoff picture. But switching gears back to our league, right? So I beat Larry last week. Chris beaten Justin. You beat Nick, and pretty handily.
Yeah.
That tight game with Trevor and Chris. I mean, I mean, look at that. 51 points from Jared Goff and 48 points from Lamar Jackson.
It was a really good matchup.
What an absolute smoke of a game.
Like James Conner for Trevor, like that was 30 points. Where did he have a deficiency?
And his tight end was injured. His tight end was injured.
He's still on the IR. Trevor, come on, bud.
All right. And Derrick Henry putting up a subpar game.
Yep.
You know, The Pitt defense. Look, Atlanta's defense put up 21 points. Ow.
I would go out on a limb to say that's what saved Chris Olsen last week was the Atlanta defense.
Because it was, 100%. So, I mean, good on you, Trev, for what you made out with. But
Especially
Chris,
your first year in the league, man, you made it to the playoffs the first year.
Chris just absolutely smoked it. And then, Rob down here, Rob and
Ricky was sent back towards the
sent right
bowl.
back, and and then Andrew,
Andrew won, but he's not in the running for the license plate.
He's not. So I mean, if we look at our playoff picture coming into the semifinals, right? You're playing Chris.
I sure am.
You are projected to win, but only by 4.
Yeah.
So,
but if we look at the lineup,
that's a tight one. I am pulling away from Larry or from Chris right now.
you are.
But we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of football to be played there.
There is, but I mean, Xavier Worthy for 20 points last night.
Xavier Worthy, yeah, and Jalen against Washington.
Mark Andrews put up numbers.
I know,
for you.
Mark. Finally, thank you,
Came
Lamar
through.
Jackson.
But again, he's got Jared Goff versus Chicago, so that's gonna probably be a big game.
That's going to be a big game, but I think Jalen versus Washington is going to be a big game.
Bijan versus the Giants, though. I think that's going to be a pretty big game too. But Njoku's not going. I don't think Njoku's going to put up 10. Not with DTR throwing it to him. And then Atlanta versus the Giants. I don't know.
I mean, and Butker already put up 10 for me, which is good.
Which is good.
And I got that Philly defense at Washington. The Philly defense at Washington. I mean, they're giving me. That's got to be big.
I don't know, man. Jaden Daniels might throw another Hail Mary at the end of the game and win it. So, just saying.
Do the Eagles look like the Bears?
No, but Jaden Daniels is balling out this year, and I'm projecting for my own benefit because I'm playing Jaden Daniels today. So, by all means, shout out Jaden Daniels. Have a hell of a game today, bud.
Yeah. So I mean, all in all, like this week, it's looking good. So I mean, if we look ahead, right? Let's look ahead. Let's make some predictions here, because that's what everybody loves to.
Yeah, because we
hear.
were pretty solid in our predictions last week.
We are. I think I pull it out against Chris. I think it's tight, but I pull it out, and I think you're gonna beat.
I think
Chris.
so too. He's got Josh Allen versus New England, though. I mean, tell me he's not going to put up another 40 points.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. I mean, here's the thing too: when you get to these late season games, right? And you gotta think about it. The Bills are in the playoffs.
Yep.
Right, solidly in the playoffs. New England's they're a trash team this year.
Yeah.
They are a toilet team. I think you might be seeing a few less snaps for a lot of the starters. Right,
that's true too. To save them for the playoffs.
To save them for the playoffs, especially when you're playing a team like New England. It's not like they're playing,
Philly.
Yeah. And they need those divisional points to do what they need to do. I mean, this is.
Speaking of, can we go back just 1 week to the Bills-Lions game? That was a heartbreaking. You watch that one?
I didn't see it. I've seen the highlights,
it was a great game, and the Bills definitely deserved to win. But the Lions played their ass off, and again, Dan Campbell went for with his gut a bunch of times.
If the Lions do not make the Super Bowl, people are going to riot, especially if they have to. Well, no, would they go through KC?
No,
they wouldn't. go through KC.
No. They're on NFC. So
yeah,
that goes
the
through
NFC.
Philly.
So they go through Philly
and Minnesota.
Yeah,
and they lost to Minnesota.
They did lose to Minnesota,
but by a couple points.
Look, all I need is for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs not to be in the Super Bowl.
Nah, come on, guys.
Okay.
Buffalo.
They're doing their
Baltimore.
best with the script. They're doing their best with the script,
are.
but I don't think it's doing what they want to. So I mean,
the
conservatively,
strings, guys. Come on.
Right now, I'm going to say it's you and me vying for the trophy this year.
And you know what? I'll take it.
I'll take
our
it.
First year on the podcast.
Yeah.
And we're going to.
We'll take it together.
Yeah, bud.
I think Justin is solidly going to be in third place.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, he's still
Sorry,
making
Nick.
moves.
But well, Nick's only down by 8 projected though. I mean,
And then, but you got Larry and Trev. That is another tight game.
well, yeah,
Another
he
tight
had
game.
he had his stack. He had the Lamar,
Yeah.
Derrick Henry stack, and they put up points for him.
And then
Larry's got the Buffalo D against New England. So.
again, it could surprise. Look, I'm going to be optimistic as a Pats fan and say it could be. You heard it here. It could be the upset of the season.
I don't.
There
know.
we go. Upset of the year. Upset of the year. Drake May drops 60 points. Just balls out. Just deep ball after deep ball, and they can't keep up with it.
Who's catching the ball again? I can't remember one of Kendrick Bourne's not still on the team, is he?
I don't know. The ghost of Wes Welker.
There
I
we
mean,
go.
like, it's Christmas time. It's a magical time of year.
Gronk, if you want to come out of retirement, just play one game.
Just one game.
Just one game for Drake May. Come on.
Just do it.
Okay, and then we have Rithia playing against Sheamus. Sheamus is coming off his toilet bowl bye, and he's playing Rithia.
And didn't set a lineup. I can tell just by his projected score he didn't set a
I
lineup.
think we're putting that license plate on his car, and he's not going to be happy about it.
You know, just
And then Joya versus Bobby.
again, guys, it takes 2 seconds to set a lineup.
Come on, guys.
2 seconds.
It is.
There's not a single person in this league who is not going to the bathroom with their phone at least once a day.
Come on. Or 3 times a day. Come on.
And then you got Joe is projected to beat Bobby, and I know Bobby made some moves, so you know who knows.
I hope it works out for him.
What are you listening to, buddy?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh okay.
Can you put your headphones in? No, you don't need to put it away, dude. Just put your headphones
Nick
on.
is chiming in. He says it sounds like podcast host collusion. And you know what? Nick, if you want to come join the podcast, you know, you do get benefits for joining the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wink, wink.
You notice how Larry got like that bump the week he was on the podcast?
Right? Nick, I'm glad you're with us today, bud.
Outstanding.
Merry
Outstanding.
Christmas, please.
So it's shaping up to be a good end of the year. So we got what, 3 more weeks.
Yep.
You know, we got 3 more weeks.
So, you know, with the prediction of you and I being in the finals, the
Yeah.
championships, the all or nothing. If you come in second, what restaurant you picking to go to get for our?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know, buddy. What restaurant should I pick if I were to come in second? I get to pick the restaurant. What would you pick? Raising Cane's.
Oh my goodness!
While tasty, it might have to be something a little better.
I tried Bird Code last week in West Hartford.
Burco's good.
Yeah,
It's nice
I
and
tried
spicy.
their hot honey and like. I tried their hot level, and I thought, you know, because
You
they
know
have
what?
one
You know
level
what?
over that.
I'm picking East Side in New Britain.
Is that still open?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. No, I've never been. I've always wanted to go.
You want to say something, buddy?
Yeah, come on, Logan. What do you got?
You want to say something? No, you just want to sit on my lap.
That's all right.
All right, careful.
Good. Glad to have you with us. All right. If it's reversed and I'm picking our restaurant, I don't know, man. Ginza reopened, so I might pick them.
So
How have you been there yet?
no hibachi there.
There's-
Just
oh,
no
okay, never
hibachi.
mind. No.
I mean, I could do hibachi. Okay, bud, you cannot touch my stuff. Okay, I see you eyeballing. You are eyeballing bright lights, and that's not happening. So if you can't go to Raising Cane's, where would you go?
Dada.
Yeah, it's good. So Aaron and I had Ginza a couple of weeks ago, just takeout. Sushi's still great.
Okay, that's good.
But no, there's no sit down hibachi. They do hibachi from like the kitchen, which is still good.
It's not the same though. Watching it cook in front of you.
How's this place here in town, Mizzou 21?
They do have they have a very limited number of hibachi tables, so you know we would get if we wanted to do that, we definitely reserve that in advance. But they do hibachi from the kitchen. And I have had that.
Yeah.
And it's dry, you know. It like
Yeah, that's
so
very true.
It didn't taste the same. Their other food is alright. Their sushi is good. Their sushi is good.
Yeah.
And I like it. I like it. But I want to try their hibachi. I still haven't tried their hibachi yet because
Yeah,
again
we'll
they
have
have
to
like
check it out.
4 tables.
We
and-
usually do hibachi like for my birthday in February.
awesome.
So, but we go to like I love Yume in Unionville.
yeah.
They have great hibachi, great sushi. But no, I think maybe East Side. You know,
All right, no,
maybe
that's
East
great.
Side.
I'll have to think about it. I want
You know,
an experience like that you can't get anywhere else.
Well, exactly. Because like I could be like, oh, well, we'll go to like Fleming's or Ruth Chris, but I'm like,
Or Mercado, and I love Mercado.
Mercado's good.
Mercado's
good. I've had no problem with Mercado.
And don't worry, Nick. Mercado has steak, so
Yes, we will make sure that there's a gluten, dairy, happiness-free
all
option
the
for you,
bacon
Nick.
for you. All the bacon, all the chicken wings. But
Some good wings.
yeah,
And then we're coming up real fast on the Super Bowl.
we are good. So
You know.
we are gonna have a party here,
Yep.
and maybe I'll try talking to my buddy across the table, see if we can do some broadcasting that day too.
Yeah, we could definitely do some broadcasting that day. We got to buy the air fryer for the kitchen here.
Oh man, that would have saved my hands last week trying to get the chicken nuggets out of the oven for the holiday party.
Yeah, it's been on the list, and I don't know. People were fighting on it, but
Yeah, I know. They don't
just,
see the need for it.
I just got to buy it.
just
You
do
know,
it.
I just
We
gotta
already have
buy
the
it.
money approved for it.
Yeah, it's
Might as
already
well-
approved, so we may as well do it. But yeah, so yeah, it's shaping up to be a good rush to the end here for everybody. I think, how crazy is that though? I mean, it just shows you like the whole fantasy football thing. Like Justin, 11-3 with I think the most points in the league.
Yeah, no, and again, same. It mirrors our first season,
Yeah.
where you went 13-1,
13-1.
and you were out the first week of
Yeah.
the playoffs.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was heartbreaking.
and Justin, you put together a great team. You made moves. It just that's what happens in fantasy football. You
It is
never
what
know.
happens. It is what happens. So
Hey, you want to make your idea announcement that we talked about pre-podcast? I think that's a great idea. I think it needs to be out there in the ether right now.
yeah, and I think it's something we can bring to BLC,
Absolutely.
at some point. But what I'm thinking is, we've got this going in Lodge, with our fantasy football league. But what if we put together a district-wide fantasy football league?
Yeah, each lodge has their own team.
Yeah.
And they decide how to manage it themselves, and we have some type of award at the end, like
Yeah.
maybe a plaque or something like that.
Something like that, and you can award that at Blue Lodge Council
Exactly.
and do all that. And I think that'd be great. I think it's a good way to keep everybody involved, keep your lodges engaged in something besides lodge work, charity work. It's fun.
And again, it takes minutes a day.
And when you pit the lodges against each other in something that doesn't require
to be
like,
present.
Well, like Blue Lodge Council's great, right? And we do the traveling gavel.
Yeah.
But, Blue Lodge Council can be tough, whether it's on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Thursday, especially if you're younger. It invariably conflicts with some school thing or sports or something. That's just tough. I used to go regularly, religiously to Blue Lodge Council, and then
Me too.
and it's it's just hard, and this is something where everybody can kind of be engaged and talk a little smack, and you have something at the end of the year, for Blue Lodge Council where we award that, and again, you'd be like losing lodge has to do X, and just have some fun with it, right?
Oh man, what if they have to clean the kitchen of the championship?
Ooh, yeah, I like that. You gotta
Something
come
like
down
that,
and clean
yeah.
the kitchen.
Come
Do
down
like
and I think it's some great, something like that. We'll figure it out, but I
Yeah.
thought it was a great idea, and we should definitely bring this up to not only our lodge, but definitely in BLC and see if we can garner some interest. And
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be great. I think it's, again, it's been really fun for our lodge and getting people together, and we talk about it, a little bit at our, business meetings and things like that. Why not, expand that out? I mean, could you imagine spending 10 minutes in lodge, once, talking about your fantasy football lineup?
right.
But it'd be cool. I mean, you do a cool draft with all with all the lodges, and
Maybe have some kind of lottery system to see who makes the first pick.
yeah, absolutely.
Like
You
no,
know,
I
I mean,
think it'd be a lot of fun.
there's a lot of ways that we could go about doing it. So I think, I think it's something to put out to the league, to the district at large, and then, I mean, who knows? Use it as a test bed. If it works in District 5, I mean, could you imagine like the whole state,
Yeah.
like a statewide Masonic fantasy football league?
You know what? Brother Shane Dufresne's going to be sitting pretty soon. I can bring it up to him next time I see him. I see if he's looking for ideas. So, I mean, and that's, a year or two out. So we'll see how.
So see how it rolls. But yeah, there's a lot of options. And again, we have a lot of fun with it in our lodge. And, I think other lodges could benefit as well.
Seamus, are you rig dog welding? I have to ask because Rig Dog Welding is asking who's in the running for last place. Well, if this is not Seamus, you're in running for the last place. So
you are in running for last place.
Hey, look who we got!
Hey, look who we got! Look who's down here.
He braved the cold to come out. All right.
Yeah, Seamus, you are definitely in the running, bud. I mean, what do we got? Yeah, you're looking to get beat up on here by Rithia.
Yeah,
and then
that happens when you leave, 10 open positions on your lineup.
For the love of God.
Love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Miss you.
What do we got? 10th place. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So it looks like Robin and Andrew are battling out for 10th place.
Yeah. 100%. But this is going to be good. I think we're looking at a toilet bowl of Joe and Rithia. We're definitely looking at a toilet bowl of Joe and Rithia.
No, because if Rithia wins, it's Seamus that goes to the toilet bowl.
The toilet bowl is right here. Look at the. It's weird the way they do that.
Yeah, that is weird, man.
It's weird. Like it's like they 12th place and is 12th and 13th place, or 10th and 12th place is just like what else.
Yeah.
The toilet bowl is here.
Yeah, I think it's the loser of Seamus and Rithia versus the loser of Joe and Bobby.
Oh, is that how it works?
I think that's how it works, because if you look and see the game last week from Bobby and Andrew, Bobby advanced, even though Andrew won.
Oh,
so,
yes.
It's the loser
Okay,
bracket.
so it's a losing bracket.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have my glasses on
It's
either,
all
guys,
good,
so I cannot see anything. It is terrible.
So, Seamus,
Don't get old.
I see you're in chat, so you're going to be accepting of us putting a hot pink license plate holder on your Jeep? Because, that's what it looks like right now, bud. Just food for thought. If you need help, bud, you can ask the league. We can help you out within reason, because I'm already suspected of collusion right now. But
Suspected?
Wink. Do a Rocket Raccoon wink.
Yeah, right.
Something like that. But yeah, buddy. Well, yeah, it's been a wild year.
It has been a wild year. It's been a great year.
The number of sub 100 point games I've had, and I'm still in the semifinals, it just shows that you win at when you end clutch times, and it happens. You can take losses.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the first time Justin and I went to the championship, we both had a record of 7-7 in the regular season. I mean, it all comes down to being able to make it to the playoffs, and then
Well,
winning your games
next
in the
year
playoffs.
with IDP and
Oh yeah, here we go. Guys, look up IDP and see if that's something that you really want to invest in. You think the drafts are pretty quick right now. If we have IDP,
God, can you imagine having to pick every position?
God, 2 hours, dude, that would add another 2 hours on a 12-team league. Oh man, I mean, if we can just pick like one IDP player, that'd be great.
Well, you can't do that.
No, you can't do that.
So
that means you have to pick every lineman, every tackle, every safety.
Yeah,
So,
it's insane.
It's insane. But
So we are coming up on Christmas. We're 3 days away.
Yes, sir.
What are the plans, Eric? What are you guys doing?
usual plans. We're having Christmas over at our house. We usually will
Last Christmas in the townhouse, right?
last
Next year you'll be at the new Engel compound.
Yes, sir. And then
Congratulations again, by the way.
Thank you, sir. We're getting there. Got loan paperwork out there.
You got work to do in the house, or?
I'm just putting up the backsplash today in the kitchen, and I got to paint a couple of ceilings in the upstairs bathrooms, and then we're solid We're
Nice.
just moving things out to stage for pictures, and then if anyone is interested in the townhouse in Canton, there will be one on the market within the next couple of weeks. Mint, basically
Mint.
a brand new townhouse, so keep your eyes out. Anyway, yeah, we're having the family over. My parents, T's dad and mom will be there, and then maybe her sister. They'll stop by. Usually, I don't want to cook anymore. Like, I'm tired because my kitchen in the townhouse is tiny. So
Yeah.
a galley kitchen. I just can't stand it. So we usually order Thai food from Elephant Trail.
Oh, okay.
And that's been the tradition. But my mom's making a lasagna this year for those who don't want to eat Thai food. So, hey,
there you go.
know what? It saves money in my pocket. So, thank you.
Yeah.
What about yourself, Ren?
So we've got we have the family, an extended family over on Christmas Eve. So I'll have 20 or so people at the house on Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
So we do what do we do? Beef, beef tenderloin, baked potatoes, all that stuff. Aaron, I already got my Christmas present. Aaron got me a Blackstone for Christmas.
Nice. Those
Big
are nice.
36-inch Blackstone. So I'll be cooking up some. She wants me to do the Brussels sprouts and stuff on the flat
Then you have
top.
the little canister for that? You have the hookup for the big propane tank?
So it's big, dude. It's a 36-inch. Like it's got a cut. It looks like a big grill.
Yeah.
So it's huge.
Awesome.
Yeah. No, it's just propane. So when we bought the house, it came with a grill. Because we lived in an apartment, so I think I had a grill. It was like a tiny grill. It was like a 2-burner grill. So when we bought the house on Utley Road, it came with a grill, and they had plumbed because we have natural gas. So I have a gas hookup at my
that's
patio.
Awesome.
But then the grill that was there was like 25, 30 years old. And finally, I was like, all right, it's time to go. And I bought a new grill, but it's LP, so I'm not using because it's weird. Like you have to convert them.
Okay.
There's like a conversion. It's a different kind of regulator or something, and I just haven't done that. But now with the two of them, I may look at what does it take to convert those from LP to natural gas, just because it is easier. Like it's so nice.
And then you don't have to, in the middle of cooking, you're running out. You ran out.
Dude,
of
that
propane
happened to me last
so
year.
many times.
I was cooking steaks, and all of a sudden it was like.
Yeah.
And I'm like running out, like the steaks are like, I'm like, close the grill, please don't. Please. Luckily it was summertime, so the heat wasn't gonna go. But I was like, please God, I'm running to Ocean State to get my my thing. But yeah, no, it was all good. So yeah, and then Christmas Day we just go up to my in-laws and do that. So there a lot goes on, and then it's it seems like a long time off. Like I think I was off starting Friday.
Oh wow!
So it's like it's almost 2 full weeks off, but then it's like no, it's really not. Like all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, it's there's a lot going on. But
yeah, my boss basically told me to take time off because I'm the only one in my department that's going to be on. So she's like, yeah, you might want to do that. Like, you know what? You're telling me to. Why not?
Yeah, I'm at the point now in my career where I'm like, you know what? I'm taking it off. You can't live without me for a week.
Right.
You got bigger problems.
Hey, but we have a couple more chats.
All right, what's up?
Seamus did confirm that he is Rig Dog Welding. Awesome. And he said, in response to us putting the pink license plate holder on his Jeep, he said, props of having multiple cars. You got that right, bud.
No, it has to go on the Jeep. It's not optional.
And Nicky responded with him saying, I love my Blackstone. So, thank you, brother. No, the Blackstones are great.
Yeah.
Well,
then my other buddy got a Traeger for Christmas, so... So now, he's actually doing a brisket right now.
Lucky.
So it's so my they're all like, well, you bring the Blackstone or we'll do like brisket tacos. I'm like, I don't have time to do all that.
Oh
but,
damn, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, brisket tacos do sound good. Yeah, channel that inner fat kid.
Maybe go I'll find a nice taqueria around here, something like that. I don't know. We have some thinking to do because especially if it ends up you and I in the championships, we're definitely gonna have to think about. Well, you already have it done. I'm hoping that I do beat you and you pick second place and go to East Side.
Love East Side,
Nick,
man.
Nick, while we have you here, if you're gonna go to dinner, you got to pay your dues, bud. Yeah. All right.
Got him.
So Justin, that leaves you out, man.
Just leaves Justin. Good Lord.
Come on, buddy. It's gonna be a great time, especially at East Side. Oh man.
So you've already won.
Oh no.
You've already won,
I mean,
apparently.
I mean,
Okay.
kind of in the.
We
no.
both have to win today to get to tomorrow.
You're right.
So let's
you're
win
right.
today, and then we can worry about tomorrow.
I'm putting the cart before the horse.
Way before the
Way
horse,
before the
bud.
horse.
Way before the horse.
Oh, have you seen Red One yet?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
What'd
It
you
was
think?
it was pretty good.
I liked
it was
it.
pretty good. It was a pretty good movie. I like J.K. Simmons anyway.
Me too. I think he made a great
How
Santa.
old is that man? He's got to be in his
But he's
60s, right?
jacked, dude.
Absolutely fucking yoked. What the hell?
I like standing next to The Rock. I thought,
Yeah.
oh my god, okay, who can win wrestling that or arm
So
wrestling?
no, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Interesting.
Concept, yeah,
Interesting concept, bringing together the multiple, Yuletide myths there. So definitely
Krampus is my favorite character in there.
Krampus was good. Yeah,
Krampus was good.
Krampus was good. Not as terrifying as he could have been.
No. Did you ever see
not-
the actual Krampus movie? Like the
I've
horror
seen the movie. I've seen the what is it called? Krampusschlaf or whatever that
Krampusschlaf,
they
yeah.
do in Austria and Germany. And those people are terrifying. My
they still
brother
think-
just went somewhere down in Mystic this weekend. I can't remember the name of it. It's someplace in Old Mystic Village where they had like a Krampus.
Really?
And he was down there like visiting Krampus because that's what.
Well, I mean, why not? If Krampus is in town,
I
in the
mean, yeah,
city,
go
you
see
might as well
Krampus.
go
I mean,
see
you know.
Krampus.
So
Well, they have all the Hallmark movie locations you can go visit, so why not go visit Krampus? I mean,
movie location.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe that. That's something Connecticut's known for now. Like, they have like a whole tour you can go on, and I hate.
Of course they do.
That's what my
Of
parents
course
do.
they
Every time I go over their house, they have Hallmark channel on. I'm like, I can't. I just can't. If you're gonna put on a good Christmas movie like Die Hard, come on.
Okay, so officially, and what's his name there? Bruce Willis has come out and said publicly that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
That's okay. He's not feeling well.
And I understand he's not feeling well, but this was some time ago. This isn't like recent. Some time
I
ago.
can still believe it in my heart of hearts.
Okay.
That
okay.
Die Hard
Absolutely.
is a Christmas movie.
Die Hard's not a Christmas movie.
All right, I
It's a
think we're
movie
gonna,
set at Christmas.
I think we're going to have this debate, during our post fantasy football podcast.
Absolutely.
And we'll have a debate about it.
So
All right, well, brother, I think we're all wrapped.
yeah,
Actually,
I think it's
Let's look at like games for today.
games for today.
like actual NFL games.
Yeah,
for
well, what do
today.
we got left? Let's see. Today's schedule. So, closing us out, Broncos lost to the Chargers on Thursday.
Yep.
You had two games yesterday. Chiefs beat the Texans. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Ravens absolutely took the Steelers to task.
But in the beginning, though, the Steelers were putting up.
They looked good, and
They
then it
looked
just
really
like
good.
fell apart. We've got the Giants at the Falcons. So
Yep, that's 1 o'clock.
That's a
should
1
be
o'clock.
That should be a
Cardinals,
win.
Panthers.
Oh, Michael Penix is playing today.
Yeah, he is.
They benched Kirk Cousins, so we'll see how that
Yeah,
goes.
we'll see how that goes.
Arizona, Carolina. That's
It's a whatever game. Lions Bears. I mean, it's just a chance for the Lions to just absolutely feast. Although they are playing at Soldier Field, so maybe we'll give them a little something.
yeah,
But they,
a little bit.
again, like this time of year, right? Cold weather climate. Both are cold weather areas, so there's no advantage, right?
No.
But the Lions do usually play under a dome. Bears play out in the open.
That's right.
but-
This is when they're like 2 games that they're playing in the open.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
which could be part of the Lions' success this year that they've only been playing. Majority of their games have been in domes.
Could be. Titans Colts, kind of a nothing game.
No.
Jets are going to lose to the
Cleveland,
Rams.
Cincinnati, nothing. Game.
Eagles are going to spank the Commanders. I don't care what anybody says.
They are, but it's going to be a good game. Washington's going to make it a
yeah.
good game.
Bengals should beat the Browns. Vikings will beat the Seahawks. Bills will beat up on the Patriots.
Oh,
Although,
yeah.
come on, Drake May drop 60.
So you think it's a trap game? All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
We've been waiting for this game all year. Jags Raiders.
Who cares?
Who cares? Niners Dolphins. That's going to be a good game. They're both 6-8.
Yep, and Dolphins defense is good. So that if Brock Purdy has another game like he had last week, then then,
and then
Miami can easily win.
And then you got the Monday game. Something we should mention to everybody, right? Remember, there are Christmas Day games this year. Christmas Day games, which means you have to set a lineup if you got anybody. I mean,
so after as soon as Tuesday rolls around, look at your games for the next week and set your lineup because there are two games on Christmas.
So the two games on Christmas, you've got Chiefs Steelers and Ravens Texans, and I know we've all got I've got players on the Chiefs. I've got players on the Ravens. There's a lot of people there, right?
Yep.
And then it's going to roll right into Thursday Night Football.
And then Saturday they have games, and then Sunday. So we're talking, 5 days of football, and Monday, so 6 days almost.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Week.
There's a lot of football this week.
So, let's have a good rest of the season. Have fun in our semi-playoffs.
Yeah.
And we'll see who comes out on top this week.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's been really fun.
It's been a fun year.
With you.
Yeah, it's been a fun year.
I really
keep it going.
appreciate it. We're definitely gonna keep it going.
So, yeah, I guess with that,
let's close it out, bud.
do your thing.
All righty, guys. This has been the Village Idiots podcast. I am Eric,
and I'm Tim,
and you have been listening to the number one Connecticut fantasy football. Damn! See, I messed it up.
You need to write it down.
I need to write it down, or I just need to tattoo it.
We
on
are
my
the
eyelids.
number one Masonic fantasy football podcast in Connecticut.
Bring it.
Because we're the only Masonic fantasy football podcast in Connecticut. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everyone. And we'll see you next week.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.